She was not only a teacher, though, but also a coach for girls basketball and an advisor for student government. Coming up at 6, we'll tell you what Anne Arundel County Schools did to protect your kids when they first heard about these allegations and how they're reacting to today's charges. Josie Sturman, ABC 2 News.
Since last Sunday, 3 playgrounds in Laurel have burned, intentionally set on fire.
And city officials there say it is upwards of about $300,000 in damage. But as ABC 2 News investigator Brian Kubler is here to explain to us, it's much more than just the money, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah, Jamie, these playgrounds are very popular with many families in the Laurel area, and now 3 of them are damaged. One literally burned to the ground. Discovery Park was the first to burn last Sunday. It is by far the worst of the 3. As you can see, the fire buckled the whole playground, even melting the slide into the ground. Did you like playing over there?
Mm-hmm. I loved it.
Virginia Hatfield's grandson liked to play in this park. Recently remodeled, it had a set for younger and older children. Then someone set it on fire. This is home video of the flames as it was fueled by that windy day. One of the more popular parks in the city, it quickly made news for the children and parents who used it. You showed him the pictures and he got...
Oh, yeah, I cut him out. He's taking that home to show his sisters and brothers that go to school.
And he was upset about it?
Oh, yes. Yeah, they all thought it was so disgusting.
But it was just the first black mark for the park system here in Laurel. Another minor fire was started in a nearby park that caused minor damage. 2 kids under 16 were arrested for that, but are not thought to be connected to the Discovery Park burning or the most recent case across town. Now surrounded by police tape and part of an active arson investigation, the playground at Emancipation Community Park was set on fire late yesterday afternoon.
There are a lot of similarities between the other 2 at Discovery and Emancipation. Open, active investigation. We initially had a $2,000 reward for Discovery Park. That has been doubled, or in fact more than doubled, to $5,000 reward for information.
Because while city officials won't come out and say it, the first and last fires seem to be connected. Prince George's County fire investigators are teaming up with Laurel City Police on an arson investigation. In the meantime, they're asking for your help.
The mayor has asked everybody to pay a little more attention, and we ask anyone that, if you see something, say something.
The City of Laurel says it is moving quickly to replace these playgrounds and already received support through volunteers and donations. The Laurel mayor also plans on having a special town hall meeting with the children to explain where they can spend their time while both parks are being repaired. In the meantime, if you have any information that can help investigators arrest who's responsible, call their tip line at 301-77-ARSON. Brian Kubler, ABC 2 News.
All new at 5 o'clock tonight. An injunction has put the brakes on that new Harrah's Casino in Baltimore.
Yeah, the plaintiffs say that proper procedures were not followed for public input and environmental concerns about the former chemical plant site were all ignored. ABC 2 News' Roosevelt Lefwich joins us now with the very latest. Rosie?
Well, Jamie, the injunction stops the casino construction right in its tracks. The plaintiff alleges that the state, the city, and Harrah's didn't follow proper procedures when it comes to notifying and protecting the Westport community. Now, at the heart of the case is what attorneys say is the apparent lack of concern about known contaminants in the soil. The lawsuit contends that studies done on the site about 7 years ago found large amounts of lead, arsenic, mercury, and other potentially cancer-causing materials in the soil and in the groundwater. The Maryland Department of the Environment did do a response action plan to deal with the site that attorneys say was not presented in an open public forum. They claim that once the city gave the land to developers, there needed to be another public comment process so that people impacted by the site could speak out, something that attorneys say was ignored by the state, the city, and the developers, CBAC Gaming.
When we pointed this out in January was, well, we already did that for a BDC, a different applicant, the city, and they did that in 2011. And our position is, well, you have a new applicant, the new procedure, and besides, the remedial action plan you approved in 2011 is a little different than this one. We think the one that they've approved for CBAC is less effective and less complete.
Now, the developers, which were in the process of preparing the ground for groundbreaking, had no comment about the lawsuit. Meantime, a hearing is set for this Thursday. If the injunction holds, it could delay construction for months. We'll have more on this at 6 and also hear from one of the plaintiffs and take a look at where some of the funds for this suit could be coming from. Roosevelt Leftwich, ABC 2 News.
All right, weather-wise, a mild day and a day that featured quite a bit of rain early on. Some spots picking up more than an inch of precipitation, but now we are clearing out rapidly across the state. Enhanced satellite view, we're in a dry slot, and the sunshine combined with the fact that the cold air has not arrived behind the front yet means we're mild. Temperatures now at 60 degrees in downtown Baltimore with the sun out. Flashing back to this weekend when it was so nice with the sun and temps near 60, but conditions will change tonight and tomorrow. Colder air is pushing in out of the west. 50s for the remainder of the early part of the evening. We'll be quickly down to 40s and then 30s overnight. Talk more about how the chill will settle in this week coming up.
Very good, Wyatt. Thank you. They called an Anne Arundel County business to fix their machines.
But they say they were put through the ringer. Tonight at 11 o'clock, ABC 2 News investigators dig into a local company that's apparently racked up dozens of complaints in recent months. They tell the Better Business Bureau and the Attorney General's office they paid up front for parts for their broken appliances, but they never got service.
After that, every day the truck broke down or it was on back order. Nothing happened. I kept calling. No one would call me back. So I got in touch with the Better Business Bureau.
Tonight at 11, the warning signs you need to hear before choosing a repair company and the tactic that some use to make their businesses look bigger than they really are. And now an update in the breaking news that has the entire world captivated by just a single chimney.
Yeah, ABC 2 News' Marcy Gonzalez has the latest from the Vatican as the work of the 115 cardinals continues.
The universal sign, there is no new pope. Black smoke pouring from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, ending the first day of the conclave. A momentous day highlighted by a solemn procession, all 115 cardinal electors taking an oath, vowing to faithfully follow the rules of the papal election, then entering the Sistine Chapel.
Extra omnes.
With those words meaning everyone out, the doors locked. The cardinals left alone to pray and cast the first round of ballots in secrecy. And while no pope was elected yet, the first vote, experts say, is already having an impact, as the cardinals share dinner at their isolated temporary home within the Vatican walls.
They're encouraged to discuss among themselves. So they will have the vote getters from the very first vote, and then they'll talk about now where do we go.
Now narrowing the field as the world watches this chimney for the first sight of white smoke, waiting for the next leader of the Roman Catholic Church.
We definitely want to experience it. There's nothing else that we'd rather do. We'd rather be here experiencing history.
Well, I'll come twice a day to see the smoke. I have the schedule. And, I'll either go home ecstatic or I'll just go home and hope for the best.
The Cardinals will return to the Sistine Chapel in the morning, and from here on out, there will be as many as 4 rounds of voting each day until one man gets 2/3 of the votes and is named the new pope. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Rome.
And the conclave is just getting started, but we've got you covered completely at abc2news.com/conclave. We've got everything from local reaction as the selection of the next pope continues to predictions on the current frontrunners among the cardinals. Jamie?
All right, Anquan Boldin thanks Ravens fans for a run he will never forget. The Ravens traded him last night to San Francisco. He's on a charity trip now to Africa, but he's tweeted out a message for all of us, and it reads, "I would like to thank the Ravens fans for their incredible support for myself and my family throughout my years here in Baltimore. I am grateful in getting to know you and will miss what I call home." And I thought this was the last stop of my career, but regardless of the circumstances, I came here to win a championship. And in February, we became champions. And for my future in San Francisco, he says, I will leave that in God's hands. Anquan Boldin, now a San Francisco 49er. Kelly?
All right, thanks, Jamie. After a warm weekend, it feels like summer is right around the corner, so we're going to take a look at a new procedure that promises to erase cellulite just in time for that spring vacation. You like your favorite TV shows and restaurants, but did you know you could be giving away your personal information? How you could be revealing much more than you thought on Facebook. And they may have to fight a little harder, but these pint-sized athletes are all business when it comes down to competition. We'll explain.
Hi, I'm Lynette Charles from ABC2. Love the show Mad Men? Then don't miss the Mad About Casey Cares Gala with the late 50s, early 60s theme. Saturday, March 23rd at the B&O Railroad Museum, and I'll be hosting. Tickets are available at caseycares.org.
Dodge is having their showcase event. When you insist on setting yourself apart, rising above, and standing out, it attracts all kinds of endorsements. See our 2013 lineup at the Dodge Showcase event. Now, during the Showcase event, get $2,000 total cash allowance on select 2013 Dodge Journey models.
Now, in less time than you ever imagined, you can breathe new life into your basement and add much-needed living space to your home with the Owens Corning Basement Finishing System. Did you know installing drywall can take months? But our system is installed in about 2 weeks with virtually no mess. So in practically no time, you'll not only finish your basement, you'll transform your home. Call 1-888-NEW-BASEMENT now for a free video and design consultation. It's a fact, nobody knows basements better than Owens Corning.
What's wrong, hon?
I've been waiting all day for my new floors, and no one has shown up.
You should have called those nice Balmer folks at Next Day Floors. They've been around since the 60s. I saved a lot of money on my floors. I got free financing for 2 years, and they installed it the next day.
Really? I'm gonna call Next Day Floors right now.
Next Day Floors, we come to you. Call 800-916-6112.
Spring break at Medieval Times. We're taking attendance, answering roll call. We're hanging out with friends, grabbing a bite to eat, and then taking the test, where winning is the only grade. Special buy one, get one free spring break offer. Visit medievaltimes.com for details.
Welcome to Bare Necessities. We are professionals in the bra fitting world. There are thousands upon thousands. The most special thing is our stellar customer service. Specialty boxes to wrap all your gifts. There's something for everyone here at Bare Necessities. We know that you will leave satisfied. You put these on and it just voila! You just help women look great and you feel good about yourself.
Spice up your love life. How this couple is igniting their passion through a hot sauce obsession. Plus, unlocking your cell phone. It can save you money, so why is it illegal? On the list. Tonight at 7 on ABC2.
In tonight's Health Alert, experts are releasing some new rules for playing it safe when it comes to athletes and concussions. The recommendations come from the British Journal of Sports Medicine. The experts say if a player shows any sign of a concussion, they should be evaluated by a medical professional. A player diagnosed with a concussion should never be allowed to return to play that same day, and an athlete should be symptom-free for about a week before they return to the field. ABC2 is your station for everything you need to know about concussions. All you have to do is head to abc2news.com/concussion for our special section all about brain injuries. Right now you can find a breakdown of concussion warning signs to look for in your young athletes. Last weekend's weather certainly a teaser for the spring and summer right around the corner. We'll soon be in our shorts and bathing suits, but for some of us, showing all that extra skin can be uncomfortable, especially if you have cellulite. ABC2 health reporter Linda So tells us about a new treatment that can help you get rid of it.
Usually it's probably a similar amount from one thigh to the other.
Melissa Royal knows what it's like to feel uncomfortable in your own skin.
Ever since I was in my 20s, I had always had an area along the back of my legs of cellulite, and it had plagued me for years. I would wear longer shorts, be self-conscious in bathing suits and things like that.
No matter what she tried, the cellulite just wouldn't go away.
I've tried creams, dieting, exercise. None of them got rid of it.
But she finally found something that worked, a new procedure called Cellulase. Using this machine, doctors can help get rid of cellulite. Dr. Michael Cohen from the Cosmetic Surgery Center of Maryland explains how it works.
So we typically treat under local anesthetic, so we numb up the whole area like you would go for a dental procedure. So we numb it all up, and through tiny little stab wounds, we can put this little cannula in, it's probably the size of a piece of spaghetti, and work it around and actually slice the bands and treat the skin. So we can get rid of some of the fat we can slice the bands, and we can tighten the skin. So all three of those technologies are all sort of used in this treatment of cellulite.
These before and after pictures show what one treatment can do. It takes several months for results to kick in.
The recovery is very much like liposuction recovery. There's maybe a little bit of bruising, some swelling. Compression garments like a girdle device is essential for a couple of weeks to, again, control some of the swelling and make it a little bit more comfortable for the recovery. But most people are able to get back to the routine within a couple of days.
For Melissa, the cost of the procedure was well worth it.
I won't be so self-conscious about the back of my legs, wearing a bathing suit or shorts or skirts or anything like that.
A positive change just in time for the warmer weather that's on its way. Linda So, ABC 2 News.
And for all the latest health news 24/7, just follow Linda on Facebook and Twitter. You can find her on Twitter at Linda from ABC 2.
And now, Maryland's most accurate forecast.
All right, start off with a look at Baltimore. Nice long days. The sun back out after morning rain and midday cloud cover, so some improving weather through the day. You saw the rain this morning, though, in Dundalk. A day of rapidly changing early March weather. Look at the sun emerging here. On the east side of town, our view from CCBC at the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis today. It was clouds, it was rain, and now we got brighter skies and the breeze picking up a bit, but still mild air in place. And our view of the Bay Bridge today is those rain showers pummeled our bridge across the Chesapeake Bay, but now we're looking at a brighter scenario. How much rain today? Totals around an inch. More than an inch toward Adamstown, but most of central Maryland in that 1/2 inch to 1 inch rain, so quite a bit of precipitation. All right, let's take you over into Maryland's most powerful radar, show you where the precipitation is now. It is all off to the east. We're looking at rain showers across southeastern Maryland down toward the Ocean City area. This is about the only rain we have left on the map currently. And as we look at the numbers, we're still very mild because the cloud cover has cleared, the sun has come out, but the cold air, you know, as we get into mid-March here, the cold air tends to arrive in a delayed way behind the frontal boundary. So that's what we'll have in this scenario. Even though winds have turned northwest, the cold air has not punched into the state just yet, even though gusts are up around 30 out to the west. You see where the cold air line is, Altoona, back through Charleston, West Virginia, and Pittsburgh. So yes, that cold air will be arriving tonight and into the day tomorrow, holding the temperatures down much more so tomorrow, most of the day in the 40s. So enjoy a mild and breezy evening out there because the numbers temperature-wise will be declining as we go into the day tomorrow. Also tomorrow, we think the cloud cover returns. Little post-frontal trough here that will likely generate cloud cover and perhaps a stray shower. Even out toward Hagerstown, a stray snow shower will not be out of the question. We'll clear things out again Thursday, but no real return of milder air till probably Friday at the earliest. Future temperatures, you see they're cold tonight. We're down to 30s. We struggle to get out of the 40s tomorrow, and it's another cold night tomorrow night and another day on Thursday. We're going to struggle to get out of the mid-40s even on Thursday. So there's the boundary continuing to push offshore. Replacing that, cooler air and eventually high pressure will clear the skies. Tomorrow, fairly cloudy and cooler, but as high pressure comes in out of the west, the front moves further and further away. That will allow us to at least have a clear sunny day Thursday, though it'll be a day where the temperatures will be running cool. If you're out in the direct sunlight, though, it'll feel a little milder for you at the end of the week. So tonight, 33, partly cloudy, breezy, chilly. Tomorrow, 52, clouds, windy conditions, and at times a little sun breaking through and maybe a stray shower. And tomorrow night, we're just breezy and colder, down to 30. The next few days, you see the setup here, Jace, basically a cooling trend for the end of the week here, and then into the weekend. The numbers don't move a lot. It looks like we will bring in showers, the threat for showers, into our St. Patrick's Day weekend. So, you know, the luck of the Irish, I'm sure it'll still be ever present, but maybe not lucky enough to get 70 and sunny the way we had it last year on St. Patty's. You know, you can't get that every year.